Hi, welcome back to Mike's Gym at Silver Iron Warriors. Today I want to tell you a story about my own personal failure and how that became an opportunity for me to grow and become more successful as a powerlifter. It started with, I have a lot of photos on my computer and I was cleaning up my photo library. And I came across some photos from 2013 from the United States Powerlifting Association meet in Las Vegas, the national meet in 2013. And it reminded me of how I made some changes and how I had a bad lift. Before that, I started my powerlifting career in 2011, and from 2011 to 2013, I had done pretty well in meets. At that time, I was living in the East Bay in San Francisco, and I commuted to downtown San Francisco for work. And I belonged to a gym in downtown San Francisco that was a general purpose gym. And I worked out there, fairly regularly, as much as I could, allowing for the travel schedule that I had when I was traveling for work. And the gym was a general gym. It was pretty good. And I had gotten stronger and had done fairly well in powerlifting meets. In 2012, I qualified for the USPA Nationals and went to that and had a good meet. And I qualified for the USPA Nationals in Las Vegas in 2013 and figured that I was going to do pretty well like I had done before. I'd been working out in San Francisco, had my friend Artis, who was my workout partner, and we had a good time working out together. We get to Vegas, and I'm feeling fairly confident. I didn't do any specific training leading up to that meet. I didn't do much different than what I had done in the past. And I got to the meet, and I couldn't lift anything. I couldn't lift anywhere close to what I had lifted before. I couldn't even lift my first lifts, and I totally bombed out. Not only did I not win any medals, I didn't even get to have any complete lifts. And when you start at a particular weight, and if you miss that weight, you can't go down. You can only stay the same or go up. And I missed all of them. I didn't do anything at all. And maybe it was a combination of a lack of training, lack of good quality food, different place. But Las Vegas was a wake-up call. At least Judy and I had a good time visiting Vegas, and I got some nice pictures of the Strip and things like that. But the meet was a total disaster. I talked to a lot of people at the meet, and I got a lot of really very good advice. And one of the major pieces of advice is I needed to have a gym that I could work out in that was a powerlifting strength gym, not a general purpose gym. And I realized the gym in San Francisco did not meet my needs to do the kind of training I needed to do to get strong in powerlifting. And the conclusion was to set up my own home gym. I also realized for the price of an annual membership at my club in San Francisco, I could purchase a Texas Strength System or power rack with the band pegs, extra hooks, a landmine, and I could buy used weights. In those days, used weights were like less than $1 a pound if you could find them. I actually bought a bunch of used weights, cleaned them up, and painted them so they'd look even better. I have some pictures I will show from some of those early gym that I had set up. But it was a major change that not going to the city on BART to work out, I had more time, of course, and I could get up at the same time in the morning at 4:30 in the morning here and start my workout at 4:45 instead of at 6:45 or 7. And it just seemed to work a lot better. At the same time, by setting up my own home gym, I started exploring new methods of working out. I learned a little bit about Westside barbell, learned about using resistance bands. I learned about 5x5 training. I learned about 5-3-1 training. And I set up spreadsheets with all of my lifts and the percentages that I needed to go up on 4-week mesocycles, building in 12-week training programs. And it worked. I got better. I won more medals. And by the end of 2018, when I did my last powerlifting meet before 2025, I had a total of 23 first place medals. I'd set state and national records for various lifts. I'm sure all of those have been absolutely wiped out by people coming after me, and they should be. But that's what happened as a result of that failure in Las Vegas. And then I had some other obstacles to overcome before I returned to powerlifting. In 2022, I had a mild heart attack. And my cardiologist was very clear, no heavy lifting. So that put a little wrinkle in the training for powerlifting. And I had had a couple of major injuries to my left dominant shoulder, and in March of 2024, I had major shoulder surgery. I had 2 rotator cuff repairs plus other things done. And in August of 2024, both of my physicians, my cardiologist and my orthopedic surgeon, released me to train for powerlifting again. And I started using the Westside barbell conjugate system for training. In February 2025, just 11 and a half months after my shoulder surgery, I did my first powerlifting competition since 2018. I did full power. I won 3 first place medals. I set 2 straight state records. And I won a Best Lifter Award for Masters Men Deadlift. My state records were for squat and for total of the 3 lifts, squat, bench, and deadlift. And looking back, that Las Vegas meet, which was such an abysmal failure, really set me up for wanting to do better and proving that I could do better. And I think it's important to understand that if what you're doing isn't working, you got to change it, which is what I did. And I hope that some of you will share your journeys with me. I know some of you have had some of the similar kinds of setbacks and challenges in your life, and I'd like to hear about those. The idea of my YouTube channel is to set up a community where we can share these and learn from each other. So please respond to this video, tell me your story, and we'll have a conversation. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe. Mike at Silver Iron Warriors.